how you use the density equation, and then I've got an assignment for you. Okay? So, density equals mass over volume. So the very first problem is super easy to do. You guys can do it. Tell me the answer. Okay? So, what is the density of metal that has a mass of 24.5 grams and a volume of 8.9 milliliters?
So, pretty much just divide those.
Pretty much. Yeah. You're right. Because sometimes you can't assume it, because sometimes you'll have units you might have to convert. But on this one, we're going to get units grams per milliliter. Okay, so give it to me with correct significant digits as well. Okay, so I get this answer, comes out, it's what, 2.75208, that's my answer, right?
No, it's just 2.75.
Okay, nope, that would be wrong, significant digit wise. What should be the answer? 2.8. Questions? So we're combining two ideas. Do the density, limit our answer. Now the rules for limiting your answer is that you always use the lowest number of significant digits in your measurements that you're multiplying and dividing. So here we have 3, here we have 2. We've got to have only 2 in our answer. First 2 digits, and then you would round the other one.
And that rule applies for when you converted things as well, right?
It does. The problem with conversions that we have an issue with is that if we have something that's like 1 over 100 centimeters is our conversion ratio, then if you look at that, we should only have 1 in our answer, right? But we can't. That's an exact quantity. It's exactly 100 centimeters for every 1. So that never limits our significant digits when we use conversions. Questions on that one? Pretty easy so far. Okay. Shouldn't get too much more difficult. Okay, so we have 4 gallons, and we want to know the mass of the neon. Okay, so we got this thing, 4 gallons is what we have of neon. What is that? Is that a volume, mass? What would that be? What's gallons?
I believe it would be like you have to
We will later, but is that a volume or is that a mass? It's a volume. Okay, so that's a volume. On that page, you should have a density of neon. Can you find the density of neon on that page?
0.902.
Point what?
902.
Okay, what's the units for it?
Grams per liters.
Okay. 0.902 grams per 1 liter. That's the way I'm going to write it. In the book, it's grams/liters, but that's the same thing. Okay, I need to get the mass, and I'm probably going to get grams as my final answer. So grams of neon. So what do I need to do with the gallons then? Yeah. Well, no, I'm not going to use this yet, because these two are not the same units and they won't cancel out. So I have to change the gallons to what? To liters. Okay, because this is volume in liters and this is volume in gallons, so I've got to get it in liters. So I'm going to go 4 gallons, and then I do my conversions like we've been practicing. Up here I've got liters. So how do those compare? For every 1 gallon, how many liters do I have? 3.79?
Yes.
3.79. Okay, so now I have liters, and this is a conversion ratio right here. This density is a conversion ratio, just like 100 centimeters to a meter. So you tell me what my next setup would be in which to get grams.
We're trying to get to grams.
Yep. So what unit should go down here?
Grams.
Liters,
Yeah.
because they got to cancel out.
And then grams.
Then what goes up here? Grams. So here it says for neon, this should be 0.902 grams for every 1 liter. And now I've got my answer. So this is, all it is including a density and a conversion that you're going all the way through like we've been doing. So it shouldn't be too much of a stretch to have you guys start plugging that in.
So it's 3.79 times 20.
Let's make this 4.0 gallons so not to mess us up on our significant digits. So I'm going to make this 4.0 gallons. So how many digits my answer is going to have is 2. So the answer's what? 14 grams of neon.
Grams slash.
Nope, because we got rid of all our units except for grams.
Oh, okay.
They all cancel out. Okay, here's the last one. So that's using density. This one's a little easier. Let's see if you guys can figure this out. It should only be one step to use. So mercury is Hg, and it should be on your list on that page, 55. Is it on there?
13.6.
Okay, so go ahead and do that problem, see if you get it right. It's just a conversion. That mercury, so I know the mass of mercury, I know the density of mercury. So see if you can convert and determine the volume. And you know the conversion of mercury, and it tells you that liquid mercury is 13.6 grams per milliliter. Actually, it'd be 2 steps because it's asking you for liters. But let's just make this milliliters. Let's not go to liters. Let's go to milliliters. So it should be just 1 step. So we have lots of students that'll do this and they'll do it wrong, and they'll put 13.6 up here and they'll put 1 down there. What's wrong with that?
No, because it's greater than grams.
No, this is just density. So I want you to look at the density, and I want you to look at what I have over here. What's wrong with that? Right. 13.6 has to go with what? Grams. So this should be 13.6 down here, and up above I should have what? 1 milliliter, right? So up here I should have 1. because you have to make sure you put the units and the numbers that go together. It's just flipped upside down because we need to cancel out grams to get milliliter. So we just divide by 13.6 and get our answer. Okay? So I'm going to give you some problems to work out for tomorrow. Okay? The answer is 4.04.
So like, do we have to do conversions on this kind of problems?
What way would you do?
Well, I just like divided 55 over 13.6 and I got 4.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Same
now,
ones.
if you want to use algebraically, you can do that. I have students, though, can't solve for volume that way. Okay? They don't do it right. So, you can do it that way or you can do it conversions-wise. Okay? I got to give you the problem for you to do. So, page 59. You do 77 AC, 78 AB, 81 BC, 83 C. These are all density ones, by the way. And 84 B. Do those for tomorrow.